Hello and thanks for tuning in to Me and My Golf TV. You've joined us here in Bermuda.
Yes, Bermuda.
Andy, how nice is this
Very
place?
nice.
So make sure you check out the rest of the videos, course logs, you know the drill. And Andy, it's the Impact Show. What have we got today?
Right, we're talking about the all-important short game. We've got two fantastic on-course situations for you. Let's take charge of your game.
Okay, so it's time for the Impact Show. This is where we answer questions on your game to help you create more impact.
Yes, and we want you to get involved. Go to Facebook, Instagram and Twitter today and make sure you post your questions on what you want us to help you with. Now also, if you don't already, make sure you download Periscope for some live content and Snapchat for some behind the scene footage. You get to see us day in, day out at a place like this, which is beautiful.
It's fantastic, isn't it? So this is Riddles Bay Golf and Country Club. We're on the fourth hole, so 274 yards. Andy's hit about a 5-iron off the tee, was it? Yeah, well, maybe a driver. Okay, and what we've got is a situation where we've got two golf balls very close to each other and very close to the front of the green. But we're going to show you how that this one and this one can be totally different in club selection and how you play the shot.
Yes, definitely, yeah.
Okay, Andy, this is shot one. What have we got?
We've got a tricky shot, that's what we've got.
I'm glad you're
compared to
playing it.
that one anyway. So what we've got here, I mean, the difficulty on this is quite high because we've got the slope. Now we're close to the green, we've got about, let's say 25 yards to the flag, but the number one problem with this, or the difficulty, is making sure we can get a solid strike. Yeah. That one's going to be simple. So we really need to position ourselves in a way that's going to, firstly, the number one thing is get a solid strike on the golf ball. So the adjustments that we need to make for this, as it's on a sort of downhill slope, I'm going to move the ball slightly further back in the stance, Pierce. I'm going to place more weight in my lead side, okay, and I'm going to see if I can get my shoulders almost to match the slope. Now what this does, it enables me to get that club hitting still down the slope, as opposed to if I took my normal setup, Pierce, and had the sort of weight 50-50 here, the club would swing very low. I'm offering the club in too shallow here, and the club is going to swing away from the slope. And it's really tough to get that solid strike.
As you said, there's no way you're going to get a solid contact from there. You probably can't even take the club back.
It's tough, yeah.
So it's interesting when you're doing all of that, that looks like the golf ball is going to go very low. So what would you do to allow for that?
Okay, so even though the green is close, because of my setup and the way I am, the ball's going to go low. So I'm going to high loft. I've got my 58 degree here because, again, the ball's going to come out still low and run on. So I don't need a low loft in.
So even though you've got your 58, it's probably going to come out more like a pitching wedge or a 9-iron?
Definitely, with plenty of run. It's just really ensuring that I can get that strike on the golf ball. And as you can see, really important that you get the practice swings to create the feeling that you want, and balance is key as well.
And I like the way that you're staying on that left leg, that lead leg. So obviously that's the big key on this shot. When you hit it, make sure you keep on that left leg. All right, let's see you hit this one. So you can see that's come out a lot lower normally than your 58. It's run on up there. Yeah, so you can see it's obviously going to run on more. Very nicely played.
From there.
That's not bad. You can knock that in, can't you? Right, let's have a look at this next one.
Okay,
Andy, so we're only a couple of yards away from this shot on the downhill lie. How is this shot so different?
Well, it's flat and there's no rough, so it's a little bit easier. So this is, again, the difficulty of this is so much less compared to that one. And I mean, the main difference here is obviously the lie. The contact isn't really an issue. It shouldn't be anyway. So the main thing here is now I'm going to go with a lower loft because the contact really should be easy. And all I want to do here is get the golf ball 2 or 3 yards on the green and let the green do the work. So it's going to be a lot less effort to use this club than it is to this one.
There's no point getting the 58 degree out here. We see a lot of people do this and trying to land it up there a couple of yards short of the flag because it's just a higher tariff. It looks great if it comes off, but it's not really worth it.
And all the danger is behind, so if you did get it wrong with a higher lofter, you're just dead, so there's no point.
So how are we going to play this shot?
Okay, so first of all, again, really easy, nice lie. I'm going to get the feet close together. I'm going to choke down on the golf club here for a little bit more control. Now the main difference here is obviously length of swing now. I've got less loft. I do not need much of a swing on this, and the hands and the wrists are going to be fairly passive. It's mainly going to be arms and shoulders. Grip pressure is still light, but as you can see, the swing length is so much different, and the ball's going to spend the majority of time on the ground.
There's not really much to go wrong here. It's just about picking the right club to what distance that you see. So you're going with a
7-iron here.
Okay.
7-iron. Okay, let's give it a shot. So again, short swing, pretty smooth on this. See if I can get that ball rolling towards the hole. And it's got a chance, almost.
Ooh, they're quite quick here, aren't they?
They are fast, aren't they?
I think you should look out for the course log, which comes later.
Definitely.
So Andy, who'd have thought that two golf balls so close were totally
Very different
golf clubs?
situations.
And it's interesting, on the golf course we're going to find those situations, so post your comments down below, let us know what situations you want us to cover. And also a big thank you to Riddles Bay for getting us out here. What a beautiful golf course this
fantastic.
is. Make sure you check out the course vlog. Hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. It is for free.
Yes, and make sure for lots more golf instruction videos, click on the link in the corner for our website, meandmygolf.com. It's going to help you this year with your game. Thanks for watching, we'll see you soon.
Thank you.